From no news for 7 years, to casually dropping the release date 2 weeks before launch, to exploding Steam, Nintendo, PlayStation and Xbox servers, this is Hollow Knight Silksong, the ambitious game created by just a couple of passionate people in their quiet house. But where does all of this hype come from, and how does the game actually feel now that it's finally out? In today's video we're going to talk about the peak, and no, not that peak, this peak. Before we start, I wanna quickly mention that I stream Silksong on both YouTube and Twitch, so hit the subscribe button and like the video so you don't miss any of my streams if you're into this kind of stuff. Anyways, if you played Hollow Knight before, you probably understand why there is so much hype around Silksong, although I didn't actually finish Hollow Knight. I'm terrible at the game and got lost at least 100 times on the map because I always struggle to find my way around in non-linear games. But because of this whole hype train, I decided to give Silksong a try. So I bought it. Well, kind of. You see, the game had absolutely zero pre-orders, zero caching for game journalists, and literally no one had the game. Everyone decided to buy it at once. That ended up exploding all of the game company's servers, resulting in meeting your first bosses of Silksong. However, if you were lucky like me, you were able to get the key after just an hour of refreshing the page and smashing that pay button. So I got in. First impressions? Damn. Even though the game uses the same art style, you can tell they learned so much more since the original Hollow Knight. The game feels so coherent and beautiful. You start running around and notice that Hornet has the most beautiful animations you've ever seen. Then you try to attack donuts. What the fuck? Why does it go diagonally? Well, it's kinda cool. I'm sure it's gonna be fun. Welcome to Hunter's March, where you'll suffer a lot if you have skill issues. We're currently sitting at over 20 devs in here because, yeah, I have insane skill issue. I was able to beat this after 50 minutes of screaming into my microphone. So, what's the biggest difference between Hornet and Knight? Well, it's the movement. As I said, I'm only 10 hours in because I have a job, and I also had to hop on the hype train, but I've already unlocked a little bit of Hornet's movement. First of all, Hornet is an acrobatic bug lady and she loves doing little flips. So you can, for example, jump on this little guy's head. You also have a run that goes into a dash and you can dash mid-air. In the far fields you can turn your cape into Fortnite glider, unless you're a little messed up in the hand and decide to install the Hornet naked mod. Dude, she's a bug, what the fuck? But in all seriousness, the movement feels so good and fun in Silksong. I'm literally in love. The combat also feels really good. Although if you played some Hollow Knight before, you'll be shocked because bosses, they deal double damage now. Binding requires full stacks, and if you get interrupted, you lose all of the stacks. I've heard from a lot of players that they actually low-key hate this because the game is already too hard, but in my opinion, you should just get better. No, but seriously, sure, the dying part in this game is frustrating, but I think that's a good thing. In Silksong, you're definitely expected to read the patterns and learn the boss mechanics, rather than mindlessly mashing random buttons hoping something works out. Maybe I'm just a little bit of masochist, but I enjoy this system, and I can understand all these mechanics considering how much more movement Hornet has compared to Knight. It feels like a balanced choice. The music, world building and environment feels so much more coherent. Personally, for some reason, I find myself exploring the game way more naturally than the previous one from Team Cherry, in a way I cannot even explain. The zones are designed so you don't feel like you're gonna get lost or confused. Everything in Silksong feels carefully planned and intuitive enough to guide you visually and mentally without saying a single word. The places are recognizable and not repetitive, so you don't get that weird deja vu effect where you walk in circles. The map guy is usually exactly where you'd expect him to be too. Also, compared to Knight, Hornet is a talking MC. Yes, our Lady Queen actually talks. I don't know if this is a valid feeling or not, but it seems like Team Cherry really wanted to highlight the contrast between the two MCs. Knight is the silent, stoic, selfless one, the more mysterious one, while Hornet feels more like human. She's loud, proud, and carries some kind of legacy with her. Let me know in the comments how you feel about both of them, and if I'm right or just delusional. Anyways, before I wrap up with the conclusions, I need to show you the best NPC in the game, and that is Sherma.
Faridula si manette, doni point à volinette, pina sans mi manicette, d'un à fond sur le banc. Faridula si manette, doni.
To conclude, Hollow Knight Silksong is peak. Team Cherry delivered. After 7 years of waiting, they made a game that is just objectively fucking amazing. From the art style to the music to the combat to the polish, everything is crafted with love and dedication. It was revealed that Silksong took so long not because of problems, cancellations or burnout, but because it was just so fun for the creators to make. They took their time to create their game. And are you even surprised? These guys probably have enough money to live comfortably for the rest of their lives, and starting from very humble beginnings, they created a game that's beloved worldwide and will inspire countless indie devs like myself with big dreams games in mind. Hollow Knight Silksong proves that the gaming industry is not dead, and that love and passion can lead to incredible things. Big gaming companies watch and learn from Team Cherry.